Hi friends! Well, it's been a little while since I've done a video, and I was going to do this video, I think actually like Friday for Flashback Friday, and then I couldn't find anything that I was looking for. So then I decided to 3D print a few things and see if I couldn't get this done to do a show and tell Sunday. And if I don't get this edited, it may become a look what we made Monday, or a tell you about it Tuesday, or who knows, wow, we're cool Wednesday. But anyway, hopefully I'll get it edited today and up. So today's subject is John Wick. So John Wick 4 just opened at the theater on Friday and is really doing well. Lots of people going to see it, and it got great Rotten Tomatoes and other great reviews, so that's kind of cool. We did not do anything for John Wick 4, but we did do stuff for John Wick 1, 2, and 3. So here are 3D printed. I have one cast piece, which I will show, and that's for 3 that we did. The other pieces are going to be 3D printed ones of the models that we had done. So for John Wick 1, there is a Cuban officer, and we did his hat badge. So it may be a little bit difficult to see the detail, but this is the type of badge, obviously, that goes on an officer's hat. And we do a lot of this kind of stuff. This is a lot of our bread and butter. So sometimes a film can use the actual, designs of a piece that would be like for either the military or the police. And then other times they just cannot. And so they have to do something that can pass clearances and pass all the legal. So in this case, this is what this was. This is supposed to represent a Cuban officer's badge. So that's what this is. So like I said, this would be cast in metal and then onto their hats like that. So, and you have to, I don't know if you can really tell, but there is a slight little bend in it. And again, that's so that when it is on the hat, it actually looks like it's supposed to look. Again, stuff that we make should never look like a prop. It should always be something that's believable as part of a uniform or a costume or whatever. So that's our goal, is to not look suspect. So. And then another thing that we made for the first film is a coin. So this is a coin, and it is a coin with a lion on the one side, and then on the other side it's got a Lady Liberty type of character. And truthfully, I did see John Wick 1. I haven't watched 2 or 3, and I won't watch 4. Scott has, but I don't know what the heck these things mean, so I'm just showing you the props that we made. So, but you can imagine my shock when I looked up the coin, and I thought I'm going to look to see if I can find some good screen caps that I can drop into my video later. Went on little Mr. iPad here, and lo and behold, all of these fake movie coins come up, and they're selling them all over. You can buy them on Amazon, from AliExpress, from China, on Etsy, on Ampex, where you can buy an actual John Wick 1-ounce gold coin for $2,186. Basically, you can buy just like everything except for the real props. So anyway, that's kind of funny. I had no clue. And they have the 2 coins that we did and the blood marker, and those are the things I'm going to show you now. So anyway, you can imagine my surprise. So those were both done. Both the coin and the hat badge were done for 1. I don't have a clue. I can't remember what we made for 2, and neither can Scott. We did something. Darned if I can remember. And I couldn't find it even in, I must have billed it under a code name. So a lot of times when a movie is shooting, you get a code name for it. And so it must have been billed under a code name. And that must even be where I have it filed under, because I can't find it. So anyway, who knows what we did for 2. For 3, we actually did 2 things. And then it has kind of a cool turn. So we did another coin. And this one, I have no idea what the heck this coin means, but it's much bigger than the one from the first movie. And this one has a double-headed eagle on it, on the one side, with a bunch of symbols. And then on the other side, a symbol. And it says something about, oh gosh, I don't even remember. I'd have to really look to see what it says. But anyway, it's got some wording on there that tells exactly what it is. And then these were cast in gold. Not real gold, but brass, and then enameled with black. So That was the one that we did for the third one. And actually, if you see, that's the one that's represented here from on Amazon. Can be yours for $8.99. The other thing that we made, which was a kind of a cool prop, I guess, again, I don't know how it plays into the story, is the blood marker. So I do have a cast top from the blood marker, which is this one here. So it's a skull, as you may or may not know. Back in the day, I was known as the Queen of Skulls because I think I was building skull rings on using our software before anybody else really was. I still do a lot of skull rings. I find them fascinating because I like anatomy, and I find them really easy to do. So anyway, this was no big deal for me to do. And then, we had to get all of this design work in there, and then all of these little details. It's a really, really detailed piece. So I hope that you can kind of see it there. This is the kind of stuff, though, that I love to build, so it's kind of fun. And then this is back in the day when we were milling things. So we used to use 2 German mills that actually came from Gem Vision, the Revo mills. And we would mill our waxes. Now we 3D print everything. So our mills are long since dead. We actually ended up with 3 of them in the end. And they're dead and gone, but boy, they did flats really nice. And that's what this was done on. And then this is actually the catch that goes into the blood marker. And that was not, Scott actually did that with wax and built it into the casting. So, but here is the 3D printed one. So this is the back part, the back part of the blood marker. You can see it's got a little hole in it, and it's just because it was really thin to grow. So obviously the real one didn't have that in there. But on the back is sort of a mandala type of design, and then a bunch of other design around it. And then the skull piece went like that. And then it opened up, and I think this is where they did the blood marking. And this is some sort of symbol too, and I don't really remember what that is. So that's the blood mark. The cool thing is something that we've offered all along to productions that we work with is I'm building the digital model. So I'm building a 3D model. Now that 3D model can be, we can grow the wax and cast it, but it's also perfect for doing visual effects. And I'm building the real thing, so somebody doesn't have to rebuild it. Surprisingly, we have hardly ever been taken up on that. John Wick 3 was smart enough to take us up on that. So I was contacted long after we had done the props and the film was actually shot. We were notified that they wanted the 3D models for the blood marker and for this big coin, that they were going to be putting together the title sequence. And in the title sequence would be our blood marker and the big old coin. So of course, I shot it off to them. I shot them off basically the high-res version, which is what I use to grow our models. And then they put that in the title sequence, which is what they call the opening sequence in a movie. So, when the movie comes on and they play the music and they put the title up and everything, it's all about coins and the blood markers kind of flying in and out. And so that's really actually kind of cool. That's really all I need to see of that movie, is because it shows our stuff and it shows it really well. And it shows the 3D models that I built, which is really super cool. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can actually splice that into my video. Hopefully I can do that because it is on YouTube and other places. So I'm going to see if I can do that. I may have to remove it. And if so, look up John Wick 3 title sequence. And you can watch it, and then you can see all of our stuff. So anyway, that's John Wick. Like I said, we didn't do anything for 4. Don't know if they're reusing any of these props or if it's just something that they just didn't need us. Who knows? But anyway, it was kind of a fun one. So I'd also like, on a personal level, to say thank you so much for all of the kind words and condolences for our Greyhound Pippi 3 Stockings, who we lost a month ago today. So I really appreciate all those messages. It meant a lot. And truthfully, it's been very hard, and I've had quite a hard time with it. And so thank you for all those kind messages. He was a one-of-a-kind boy, and I miss my pet therapy partner like crazy. And today is March 26th, 2023, and it is what would be my dad's 93rd birthday. So, Crazy Ed, happy birthday. If you have a beer today, raise it to Crazy Ed if you would for me. I'm going to do it myself. So, anyway, take care. I'll try to make my videos more frequent again. Bye bye.